Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Mask of the Betrayer, and we are fighting Ashenwood. Is that thing limping around like I do? That's an interesting movement thing. Yeah, I don't think Nadja's forest friends are doing her much good here.
Whose life is
Hey, Elder, there's a shambling mound behind you.
that will leave a mark.
And this treant.
City.
Taren, Remasena Volk.
Where's the genus Loki? Oh. Thought I saw that thing a little bit ago. I'm guessing they'll keep coming as long as kill the tree. That makes some amount of sense. That elemental's about to go down. More treants. Hey, oh, Everett's black tentacle did not blast her.
The waking world is done with you.
Eleme Vograni.
Oh, that's not pretty.
Eleme Vograni.
What are you? Telthori Totem? Right. No. Okay, let's... You know what? Yep, I can now sneak attack and critical hit, so yeah. That was a good choice.
The spirits of Russia.
That will leave a mark.
Come on. Okay, good. And the Telthor just sort of sitting over your brain. What the hell's happening over there? There's a tree fighting a bear.
Waiting.
corpse-loving, inbred
The
scum.
spirits of Rashomon shall soon gain another.
Let's see if I can get a good screenshot of this. It's like trinket fighting brute. Okay. Anyway, back to my preferred interaction style.
Taren, Remasen Avok.
Ario evoko!
You pathetic waste of flesh.
There we go. But anyway, like I was saying, the idea of things being immune to critical hits was I could make some amount of sense. Like Undead's like, oh, but it's dead. It doesn't have any vital points. Oh, it's a golem. It doesn't have any vital points. Which just seems to ignore the actual mythology of such things. In every myth where there's a mechanic where there's like a construct, or in every myth with vampires and all of that, there are specific vulnerable spots on the body you have to strike. If that's not critical, being vulnerable to critical hits, I don't know what it is. So I'm really glad 5th edition critical hits work against undead and constructs and other things. There are a few things left that you cannot critical hit, but they are very, very rare. They're things like slimes and such. When the hell does Lizard stop? I mean, this is interesting and all, but it's... I mean, they're pretty much just dying right now. Okay, you're coming over here. Come on. You know, I'm kind of surprised the wolves and such aren't health or aren't attacking. But that's okay.
That is certainly possible.
More treants. Excuse me a moment. I'm gonna go see if this is never ending unless something triggers. Okay. Got it. There is something I need to do. I'm being stupid.
The spirits of Rashomon.
They keep coming from these trees. Should have noticed that. I thought the appearing out of nowhere was just a matter of convenience. But nope, they're coming out of these trees. I mean, I could sit here and milk this for tons and tons and tons of XP, but that's boring.
Towering above you is a vast spirit in the form of a tree, much like gnarlthorn in shape, only the eyes are different. They are huge and lustrous and brown, shining with a savage awareness. A wind rises across the surrounding trees, like the first breath of some reawakening god. The mouth of the tree spirit opens soundlessly, but a silence is suddenly lifted from the forest. An unnatural quiet that you never realized was there until now.
Are you the woodman, the spirit of this forest?
Yes, I am all that creeps or walks, lives or grows, sickens or rots or dies.
For a moment, the lustrous eyes grow wide, and the tree spirit seems to falter, to betray a sudden weakness or pain.
Will you always be here when I wake, devourer of souls? Gorge on my life 100 times and you will never be sated. Nor will I ever die while the forest persists.
We have never met, but perhaps you speak of another spirit eater who came before.
The face changes. The hunger remains the same. Why did you slay the parasite and call me forth, if not to feast once again?
The parasite, the evil spirit in the tree, what was it?
Anger, hatred, the forest's fury made flesh and wood and will. Your hunger dispersed my soul, and that fury arose in my place. It seeped into the souls of the small ones, the gentle ones, and slew them, called to the fouler ones, and drew them hence.
Why did it ensnare Nadaj?
Hatred has no mind of its own. It must find a center, a focus, a thrall. Through her mind and her voice, the parasite schemed and avenged.
And the parasite, was it preventing your return?
Yes. While I was dispersed, the anger grew too strong. The hatred, the parasite, had to be torn from the forest's heart before I could emerge again.
So you were too weak to fight the parasite on your own?
The woodman is silent, its lustrous brown eyes flat and unmoving. Somehow you sense that the Great Spirit is confused, that somehow you are not what it expected.
Yes, I was and am too weak.
What are you exactly? How long have you been here?
My spirit rode upon the seeds that drifted to this place from far over the mountains, washed in memories of verdant plains and purple stone. Chontia, Mailiki, Larue, I knew them as beasts, savage matrons of the hunt, leading their packs beneath my boughs, before the dreams of men changed them into mild docile things.
Mieleki is hard. I can hardly call Mieleki mild and docile. She's generally considered too dangerous to directly worship, so there is a kind of demigod that the worshippers of Mieleki speak to in her place. That's, then again, the perspectives of men versus perspectives of spirits. The witches sent me to find you to seek a cure for my hunger.
You still do not understand what you are. Neither did those other faces, which hid the same hunger that you bear.
Actually, I think I
They
understand.
called it a gift. You think it a curse. It is neither.
If it is neither a gift nor curse, well, what is it? It's a person! It is a catchy, we already know this.
It is your nature. Hunger is what you are. You were not always thus. But how your nature changed is not known to me. Yet, I sense a wrathful touch upon your soul. The touch of a god. A god who is dead.
Merkel! You believe that a dead god somehow changed my nature, cursed me with this hunger. That seems unlikely. We already know that. Dead god did this to me. Which one?
An unfamiliar god. A stranger to the forest. Tontia, Mailiki, LaRue. These are the gods I knew in their youth, and their wrath is different in kind.
How can I defeat my hunger?
You cannot defeat your own nature. You must be what you are. And in being, you must finally succumb. To change your nature, to return to what you once were. Most such changes are impossible.
It was done
Burn a
once.
forest to ash, and you can only plant anew.
You are weak, injured. I can at least bestow some of my life force upon you to try to set things right.
Such an act would defy the nature of your hunger, and teach it to obey you, perhaps.
Gather your energy and direct it into the woodman. I may not be strong enough to control my hunger. The risk is too great. This may be a greater sacrifice than I'm prepared to make, even if I had sufficient spirit. Farewell.
You close your eyes, clear your thoughts. You can feel the dark presence within you, seething and eager, desiring the woodman's vast and defenseless soul. But you realize your will has grown stronger since you first felt the stirrings of hunger, and you have gained a measure of power over the dark presence that lurks inside you. You take hold of that presence, meeting savage hunger with steadfast will. You command the presence to obey, to reverse the flow of life from yourself to the woodman, and the power surges forth.
Much that was lost is restored. The forest breathes, and its anger fades to silence. Thank you.
My predecessor's debt is paid, woodman. May our forest have peace. Okay. Let's pick things up. Let's pick tons and tons of things up. Dwarven War Axe. So apparently there is no particular way to save Nadaj. She's pretty much just gone by the time you get here. You can side with Delinka, and you still have to fight the berserkers, so they'll probably all have to die. Delenka will probably die in that fight, but she might be here to help you. Oh, and look at that. My spirit energy went up to 100 and my craving went all the way down. Huh. Lots of just picking stuff up here. I like that hatred has no mind of its own. It needs a thrall. It's rather topical. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, here we go. Almost done picking up all this stuff. I mean, that was pretty much an infinite stream of experience if I really wanted it. I suppose I could try to go into that cave with the beasts, but that's just going to be frustrating, I think. Okay, VWF.
Protect me for a moment.
As easy as dreaming.
Whatever foul entity that Nadad served was also apparently responsible for repressing the Woodman. With its defeat, the Woodman has taken form in Ashen Wood once again. Unfortunately, despite his experience with Spirit Eaters in the past, he was unable to offer a cure. He was, however, able to tell you a great deal about your condition. The Woodman's incarnation remains weak, and his fate would appear to be in your hands. You nurtured his weak essence with a portion of your own life force. People think that this going up to 100 is a bug, and he was restored to full strength. In return, he was able to channel the force, aim the energy, and use it to slow the progress of your curse. Nope, that's not a bug, at least for the present. Return to Sheva Wagfeather in Mulsanti. It's the work of a dead god. We already know that! Perhaps there might be survivors lucky enough to escape these men's fate elsewhere in the forest. Oh, dearie, dearie, that might be... That might be the, Predator place. I'll be right back. That's the end of this video. We have at least seemed to have cleared the Ashenwood. See you in a little bit.